we're getting ready to do an interview here with the owners of the Ahayah Academy. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna share this. I'm gonna get some people onto the live stream. I'm gonna tag some people. So just bear with us. Enjoy the music while I get this video shared. Okay. All right, shalom. It's on there already? Yep, there we go. We got it. Shalom, y'all. If y'all just tuning in, we're getting ready to interview Sister Robin and Sister Gaia. They're owners of the new, just opening, now enrolling for year 2018, the Ahayah Academy. So we're going to be interviewing them here in a couple minutes. While you guys are watching, just go ahead and share the video, tag, get people in there. That's what I'm doing right now. See if you see it on YouTube.
Yep.
Alright. See if you got it on Facebook.
Yep.
Good. So go ahead and pull it up on Facebook. For some reason I'm not getting like I said, y'all, I'm just getting the word out. If you could share the video, I'm sending it out right now to everybody. Especially my peoples in Atlanta. You know, we, like I said, we're interviewing the owners of Ahayah Academy, and the new Hebrew school in exactly. So I'm just tagging people. I think all these people I got, I'm going to be tagging for the foreseeable future. But I see people starting to get in there. If you're just tuning in, we're getting ready to interview the owners of Ahayah Academy, the new school that they're enrolling now. And we're going to talk to them about it. We're going to get the word out about this thing and find out what's going on. Alright, shalom, y'all. It's Brother Michael Israel, and you're watching Spiritual Combat. And I got my wife, Koya Israel,
Shalom,
here.
shalom.
And she is live and on set. And we are, I brought her in because we're interviewing the owners of Ahayah Academy. It's a new Hebrew Israelite academy. I thought, you know, my wife, she's more the expert on this, so I thought she'd be an awesome expert to bring in to, you know, do, for the most part, ask the questions. And but anyway, on the phone, we have Sister Robin and Sister Gaia. Shalom, sisters.
Shalom,
Shalom.
Shalom.
sisters.
Shalom.
Hold on. Let me turn up your mic. Hold on 1 second. Okay, sisters, can you hear us?
We can.
Yes, I can hear you.
Awesome. I
Okay.
can hear you, ladies, too.
And thumbs up for y'all watching. Thumbs up if you could hear the sisters, because I know I had the volume down a little bit. But shalom, sisters, and congratulations on starting this school. And if you could kick it off, tell us a little bit about the school.
Shalom, shalom, the Most High people. I'm Sister Gia Mariah, aka Dr. D. We started Ahayah Academy in 2016, incorporation and everything, going through the legalities of starting a school. And this is our first operational year in a facility. We it was just impressed upon us that it was time for us to take all of our knowledge and experience and to begin to do something for our community, understanding that all the schools in our area are failing schools, to include the charters. And so we had to do something to make a difference, knowing that the Most High has his little ones that he is going to utilize to achieve his goals. And so we just decided that it was time to answer the call after much toil. And we are finally here.
And if you could tell us about the curriculum. I know I talked to you about that earlier on the phone, but if you could tell everybody about what the curriculum is so they know, you know.
Oh, absolutely. We are a Bible based private school. And what's different about our approach, one is the understanding of who we are as a people. And so our curriculum is excellent. However, the Bible and the history subjects lack emphasis in the areas that we desire. So we are currently working with the leaders from Hebrew Nation Building, in particular at this time, Brother Tekoa, to provide us with content that we can utilize to help augment these subjects so that our students get the insight and information regarding who they are and what has happened to their people and what to expect. We think that it's absolutely imperative that we teach them the scriptures as they're written and as they're intended. It's also a must that we help them understand their current state and really to get ready for what's to come through prophecy and that under the direction of our Elohim. And so that's just really where the Hebrew aspect will come into place. But of course, our culture will be emphasized as well, just understanding of things from historical standpoint to present. And we're also in talks with another brother that the community is likely to know well to teach Hebrew. In fact, I think it was either yesterday or today, I received an email. Well, I read an email from him where he said that he would be willing to teach Hebrew. But I'm not going to say much more on that yet until we finalize things and to better understand what that will look like. But those are the two foreign languages that we want to incorporate in our curriculum, and that's Hebrew and Spanish at this time.
And if you could talk about, because I know I've seen it already, you just spoke on a little, talk about the support you see brothers and sisters in the Hebrew Israelite community reaching out.
Yes.
All praises to the Most High. He's just excellent. So, as the Most High would have it, He directed us to Hebrew Nation Building through some of our other teachers in the past that I've been listening to. But He directed us to Hebrew Nation Building, and as a family, we were just drawn to them. And so, just in talking with Brother Tekoa and Brother Joshua, I just presented to them the challenges that we were having with our curriculum, and both of them agreed to assist us with content. Now, of course, you could imagine they have so much going on, so it's not as timely as we would like it, but we're getting material. We already received some information on covenants from Brother Tekoa, and in fact, he came up to bless us and to pray over us at our grand opening, all the way from Augusta. And so the brothers have been absolutely wonderful. And from that little bit of time, then he said, you know what, let's just do a Facebook Live. So we were like, okay. As soon as he did that, we've been receiving phone calls, and people seem to be more and more interested in knowing about who we are. And another brother had offered to partner with us to provide our schools, or to be the person that we go to make the school uniforms. And so it's basically a polo shirt with our logo that's sewn in. And so the reception has been great already, and we just anticipate that we're going to see more of that.
Yeah, and that brother, he actually provides the he's one of the brothers who provides the clothing for us here at Spiritual Combat. That's Twid Clothing, and that's Brother BB. And like I said, it's just you really see a culture and a nation mindset among that's really beginning to build here among Hebrew Nation builders and stuff like that. But did you have a question, Corey?
I do. Speaking of challenges, what would you say were some of the biggest challenges you faced opening the school, and how did you persevere in that?
Well, Robert, it's okay. I'll start with this one. Perseverance comes from the Most High.
Yes.
The strength, knowing that we are in His will,
Yes.
and there has been so many things that He's done to show us that He is with us, and this is His will. We could talk a little bit more about that when we actually have our face-to-face interview, just how He has blessed us all the way through. But there have been many challenges, as you could imagine, doing something of this magnitude with all the bureaucracy and the red tape that exists.
Lots of red tape. I can imagine.
So much red tape. It's been so difficult, and and time consuming, but because we understood that there's purpose in this work, we were able to just truck along and say, well, here's a little hurdle. Let's get over this hurdle and move on to the next one. And one of the major challenges that we encountered was finding a location. And we were really dumbfounded by that, because we thought that would be so easy with all the churches that are around, and they understand the state of our education system here, our schooling system, because that's really what it is, not education, but our schooling system.
Right.
And they just were not responsive. There was one church that said yes, but nothing came of it. And so with all of the zoning requirements and things to that nature, it was just very, very difficult finding a space. Another challenge is finding commercial insurance that's affordable for an upstart. Now, it's not required, but we just want to make sure that we have all of our I's dotted and all of our T's crossed. We don't want to give the enemy any room.
Exactly.
So so that was another challenge. And then I think I would say another just as equally challenging that probably would have lightened the load a little bit, because, busy people are the ones who get things done, right?
That's
They are busy. But they're busy.
Right.
So the kind of people that we would be interested in serving on our board, we just haven't been able to really find those, because we're very particular. We want people that are striving for holiness and righteousness and understand this vision and this purpose, and know that it's not just something that this is a mandate by the Most High for His people. And so just finding, especially men, our board consists of all women. And not to say that the sisters aren't great, because we get a lot of things done, but there's just something about that male element. And we just don't have that. And that's something that we're looking for. We're really looking for 3 board members, 2 men and another sister, to support us right now. We have 5 active people on the board. And so one of them may rotate off. So we just want God-fearing board members. Sometimes people think, if I have to serve on the board, that means I have to give money. That's not our concern. The Most High will add the provision for the vision. And He has done that time again in this process. We just need people that we can say, can you look into this? Can you, just to help us with the time and to help us with the decision making when we present something, to say, this is where we would like to go. What are your thoughts? Let's pray about it. People that we can share our challenges with, and confidence that we know they're going to bring it to the Most High and will come back with godly wisdom. So that's really what we're seeking at this point. And then, of course, just finding teachers and child caregivers that understand who we are and have order and obedience, God-fearing as just who they are. And I know that we need to reach out more to the community, but we've been buried with getting things done that we haven't had a chance to do that. So we have to prioritize it. Neither one of us are really social media kind of people, but we know we can get somebody that can be, or do something
Right.
to beef that up a little bit to let
and
people know that
and
there
and
needs.
and just to tell you, that's one of the things that I see my calling building this platform here is just for that reason, to get the word out
Yes.
about what's going on among our people, you know, and just I mean, as soon as that video went up, me and a couple of brothers I know were talking, and they reached out to me. I reached out to somebody else, and then you know what happened earlier today. So I believe that your blessings will definitely get answered sooner than later. You know?
All praises.
Yeah. Did you have another question, man?
So I think I heard you already answer this or talk about this a little bit. But will the students learn of their Hebraic identity?
Yeah, she said.
Is that
She's,
something that
she said,
will
yeah.
be taught?
She
Okay.
yeah, she did say
Okay.
they would. And the school is pre-K, so K through 12th grade.
E-
It looks like
Actually, we have a learning center, which is 6 weeks to 3 years old, and the Georgia Pre-K program is another program that we desire to receive the funding for. In fact, when we thought that we had a location, they allowed us to use their address, take pictures, and everything for our Georgia Pre-K application last year. But we had not went through the inspection process yet. So the one of the lead administrators over at Right from the Start contacted us and was like, "We understand that you haven't received the licensing yet, but we want to give you a provisional approval." And I said, "So that we can accept students. That's how bad the need is in our area." And I said, "Ma'am, we don't even have a building yet." So just from our packet alone, they wanted to allow us to facilitate a pre-K program, but we didn't have the space. So now we had to wait a whole another year. And then from there, it's K through grade 12. And for those who are in other states, we're able to serve those who are in grade 3 up to grade 12.
Okay, and as far as I know, there's a lot of Hebrew women out there who are stay-at-home mothers. Are you guys looking for teachers and women that are like that could come in and help out and stuff like that?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
And they could email us at admin@ahayahacademy.org,
admin
Okay.
because
at
we
ahayahacademy.org.
academy.org,
Okay.
we truly anticipate that even by the end of this year, we will grow out of the space we in. We'll use that, but we're already looking at some additional spacing just from the interest that our open house has generated.
Okay. And
Now,
go
are
ahead.
y'all looking to expand into different cities and states? I mean, multiple locations eventually?
Yes, actually, national expansion is part of our
Yes.
strategic goals, and that's why we pursue national accreditation, and we've obtained it. And so we're also going to get local accreditations like SAT and stuff for the southern schools, but we first started with national accreditation so that we can operate nationally. We want to go into various states. We're also able to reach students currently through our online model. We have a virtual synchronous model where people can be at home, log in, and get real time teaching from a teacher within a particular grade. So they could do it that way, or we can
Wow.
even offer,
Wow.
and we can offer
That is
homeschool.
phenomenal.
So those who want to homeschool but say, okay, I'm doing K through 12. For some, I know it's free. So they may say, well, it's free. Ours is inexpensive. It's very affordable, but it does have this Hebrew element to it. So
Uh-huh.
we can support them as well, for those who are in different states
Excellent.
until we're able to physically get there. And there has
You
been
got
some
an option
discussion.
available. Yeah.
Yeah, there has been some discussion for franchising, but we're just of the whole education system, but we're just not there yet.
Right.
We're perfecting where we are right now.
Okay.
Okay, and
Great.
on
That's awesome.
in the comments we have a question, brother Sean McGee. He asked, he wanted me to ask y'all how y'all go about creating the curriculum and implementing biblical literature. And I know part of what you already answered was the historical part of it. You, Josh and Morris are contributing to that. He wanted to know, I guess maybe about the other parts.
Robin, do you want to go or?
Sure, yes. The curriculum is purchased through IGDISHA. It's a curriculum that we do purchase, but as Dr. D said, the Hebraic part of our biblical teaching, we're seeking outside resources for. So they do have coursework in the general English, social studies, science, Bible, but those specific Hebraic teachings we're seeking outside support from.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
and we also purchase text through BJ Express for curriculum as well, and also even some text like we use ChristianBooks.com, the ChristianDistributors.com, excuse me, to get some additional text. But for those who are in third grade and above, we go through Alpha and Omega, their Ignitia curriculum, and it's absolutely wonderful.
Okay.
It truly is. Of course, it's licensor use in order for those to utilize them. And because it is a curriculum that's for the nationwide, any standards within a particular state, it meets those and then some, and clearly identifies what standards are being met and then what's being exceeded. So it's a wonderful curriculum.
Now, if you could, because you covered it slightly with some of the stuff you said, but what are your needs so we could get that out to everybody? So if anybody can help you out in any way in any areas.
So we definitely need resources in the way of the challenges that we're facing right now with our online teacher support. That would be a blessing. Resources in the way of we're just establishing our program through Bright from the Start. So we are looking for help during the day with our infants and our 1 and 2 year old program. Anything else, Dr. D?
Well, of course, board members,
Yeah, board
educated
members.
individuals that could assist us serving on the board. We are very intentional about our meetings. Purposeful. There's never a meeting without a clear agenda. We stay on target, and then we end. We understand that everybody has a lot to do. People to pray for us, to cover us. If and even just in the realm of insurance, if you know anyone who issues commercial insurance for educational institutions, that would be great to reach out to us and let us know who we can reach out to. And of course, there's always a financial need. If anyone wants to donate, they can do that. We are 501c3, so it is tax deductible, and we can provide any documentation that's requested. And we can be contacted for any of these things through admin, ADMIN, at ahayahacademy.org.
Okay.
And is that information on your website?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Okay. And for a board member, do they have to live in the Atlanta area?
No, they do not.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
they do.
Okay.
Two of our board members are in other states.
Okay, all right. I might be interested. You know, I
Okay.
definitely talk to you. I mean, I got a lot on my plate now. You know, but all right. Well, I know you. I know you told me you did. This interview would be kind of abbreviated. But for all you watching, because there's a lot of people in the comment area, you know, on Facebook, a lot of people are talking and clamoring. I mean, shoot, there's already like 50 comments in there. But
Well, praises.
so all y'all know who are viewing on YouTube and Facebook, I'm gonna have them on here again, and it won't just be two names here. You're gonna see faces. You know, it's gonna be a video
yes.
interview, but for certain reasons they had to call in. But do you ladies have anything else you wanted to say, concluding everything?
Well, hopefully y'all had a chance to see us with Brother Takoa, but we will have a sit down face to face. And we just want to say thank you all. We are so excited about putting our brick in, doing our part in this development of our people. And we just thank all of you for listening. And if you have any thoughts you want to hear, learn something more about us, please send us an email. We'll be happy to reach out to you all. And anyone who's local, if you want to stop by, visit, talk to us, please do so.
Yeah, because I know me and my wife, we're going to be up there in the Atlanta area next week. We got some conferences we're going to.
Actually, this weekend.
Oh, yeah, this weekend. So we'll definitely be trying to reach out to you if time permits. But, and if you could just tell them your web address again.
www.ahayahacademy.org.
Okay, so you heard it there. Those are the sisters, the owners of Ahayah Academy.
Sister Robin and Sister Gia.
And I'm Michael Israel. This is Koya Israel. And you're watching Spiritual Combat. And shalom, y'all.
Shalom.